Hey everybody, welcome. A quick little backstory on this wood. A gentleman had 3 slabs on on Craigslist. He had a walnut, cherry, and this Osage orange. I went and looked at them. I ended up purchasing the walnut, and I left. After a few days, I was looking on Craigslist again, and I noticed that he still had the Osage orange. So I texted him or whatever, and I tried to strike up a deal. I went back and I got it. I never worked with Osage orange. It was like a 5-foot slab probably, or a 4-foot slab I should say. I started milling it up, and this stuff is beautiful. I'm so glad that I went back for it. I think it's going to make beautiful segments with all this texture in here. It's really going to look cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it and start making a nice Osage orange segmented bowl. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have this base ready to be cleaned up. There's like an inclusion here. It goes all the way around. I soaked it in with CA and I rubbed a bunch of sawdust in there. I'm going to attempt to flatten this off and put a little dish in here. And after I do that, I'll put more CA glue in here, hoping that it'll stay together. If it doesn't stay together, we'll have to go to plan B, whatever that is. So let's go ahead and start cleaning this up. All right, it held together so far. I don't know if it'll stay through the whole project, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this off the lathe, and I'm gonna soak this in with some CA again. I might have to do it on the other side. I don't want to mess it up. I have to probably redo this anyway. It feels like it's separated a little bit here. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and soak this in, and and then we'll start attaching rings. So I took the base off. I got it. I got that little inclusion soaking with CA. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up these rings and get these ready to glue on the base for when that dries. So let's go ahead and get that done. All right, I broke my tripod, so I'm gonna have some weird angles until I can find myself a new tripod. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and glue this first ring on. I really soaked this in with CA, and when I glue this, it'll kind of help hold everything. Then after I have the plate or the bowl shaped out, I'll probably put it on my cold jaws, and then, you know, sand the back off again. So let's go ahead and glue this down. I have the first ring on. I'm going to start shaping it out a little bit and get it ready for the next ring. So let's go ahead and get that done. I cannot get over how beautiful and yellow this wood is. It is just gorgeous. I have 3 rings here, the base. I sanded it down to 320. So now I'm going to go ahead and clean it with some denatured alcohol. Oh my God, can you see that? A little sneak preview of what it might look like. I got a feeling this is going to be very nice. I'm going to let this alcohol evaporate, and I'm going to cover it in sanding sealer, and then I'll bring you back when the sanding sealer is dry. All right, the sanding sealer is all dry. I'm going to go ahead and use my Axe abrasive paste and polishing paste. Let's get that done. All right, that bowl finished up beautifully. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the bottom because when I had this in the drawers, I kind of split this open, but this all is smooth as butter and I glued it all up nice. So let's go ahead and clean up the bottom and refinish the bottom. All right, guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much. This color in this wood is amazing, and it sands and polishes like glass. I'm so glad I went back and got this Osage orange. Again, I never worked with this before, so this was all a surprise to me. The color that popped out of this. I love the grain and the segments. Has this little inclusion. It held together fine, and it's smooth as butter. The color is amazing on this. I'll give you guys some close-ups. Tell me what you think. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a comment. I really like the comments. I try to respond to all of them. I'll be making more. I have like three and a half pieces of this left. So I'll definitely be making more. I think this one's gonna go into my little private stock. Anyway, thank you guys. Have a great day. Have a great week. And I'll see you on the next one, I hope.
Shut up and sit down.